Hi, Graham!
What the fuck?
I thought I'd throw you off that one.
Good morning. All right. Fucking hell. All right. Bye.
Just eager. I've had a monster.
Nobody wants to see Marston more than one shady chap liver. He's had a monster, not created a monster. Anyway, welcome into twitch.tv/ice cream. My name is Graham Day, and I'm joined by the man that we call...
Really?
Michael.
Mike, sorry.
Mike.
Mike check.
So I've just seen the Morgan Freeman voice in the chat, so I just thought I'd get the deep voice.
Why not?
If anyone doesn't know what that is, then do feel free to go check out the Discord, !Discord in the chat, or do feel free to go and watch the stream back from last night, because
you sound like Mr. Krabs.
It was bizarre as fuck. Oh, chatbot is just not having any of it. Do you know what? !Discord. Fuck that shit. Do you know what? Don't join the Discord.
Pass me that one. Big stretch.
Underneath the low profile mic arm.
Oh,
Bibby's fixing things. Okay, while Bibby fixes things, I'll jump into things. How you all doing? Welcome in, as you should be able to see on your screen. My name is Graham. This is Bib. We are Ice Cream Uploads in true Ice Cream fashion. This is The Scoop, the UK's #1 video game podcast, if we do say so ourselves. Welcome in. Hi. Not you. Okay. Yes, anyway, we are here to bring you the biggest, the best, and the breaking stories from the world of video games. We'll then give you our thoughts on these impressions, but we want to hear your thoughts and impressions. If you're in the chat, make sure you do use the ability to get involved. You don't have to. Like Miss T was in the stream last night, and she was saying that she doesn't tend to jump in the streams and chat, and Bibby's constipated or something going on there. What the fuck? So you don't have to chat, but it's important that somebody does. You know, someone can chat, please, because we are live on twitch.tv/Ice Cream Uploads, where we deliver the news each and every single weekday at 10 a.m.
Ish!
Fucking no more monsters for Bib. That live stream is turned into a podcast, a video on YouTube, and an audio podcast on iTunes and Spotify and SoundCloud and Google Play. There is lots of places where like 96 bajillion people have watched and listened to this podcast on demand. So please do feel free to get involved on behalf of all those people that watch and listen at home. But before we jump into any of this news, I want to remind you that if chatbot ever works, !loot drop is all you need to type in the chat to find out how you can bag yourself a prize just for being a sub to the channel. That's it. One sub gets a prize every month, and it could be you. As well as that, I want to point out just I think it should be !Astro. Is that what it is? Is that what gives you the link? Go on, Nietzsche, I see you there smashing the buttons. Oh, there you go. Nice. So that link to astro.family/ice cream will give you a new and improved discount. So we had a 5% discount code on Astro until now. We now have a 10% discount code on Astro. Just use the code ice cream. You don't even have to use that link if you don't want. Just use the code ice cream. Choose all your products, stick them in your basket, type ice cream at checkout. You will save yourself 10%, and we will get a little bit of something back from you guys as well. So that's nice. Nice.
Okay.
Are we good?
Yeah. Tito said that there was some echo on my mic. I can't hear an echo apart from hearing me twice,
because
that sounds like an echo, but it's not. It's because I can hear myself with my mouth and my ears now, and then through the audio of the PC. So I don't know. I've just turned my mic down a bit just in case I wasn't coming through yours as well. I don't know.
It could have been the fact that you was like, "Hi, Graham," as we started the stream. You could have been about that, you know.
Is my mic on? Yes, it is. I can see the volume. I can hear I can see and I can hear the audio volumes going up.
Mic check 1 2 1 2. Is this on?
1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Yeah, I can see it going up.
Why do we play these songs so loud? Because we want to. Because we want to. little Billy Piper joke for you there. Oh, nice. Okay, while Baby's catching up with stuff there, let me jump back up. Mouse, move. Afternoon, JMK. Welcome in, Tito. I'll read Smithy. Afternoon, all. Thank you for the games last night. Smithy joined us for the first time last night. Got a dub. Ooh. Nice. Morgan Freeman voice. Yeah, if you haven't seen the Morgan Freeman voice stuff from yesterday, I was in pain. I have a headache today from laughing so much. I had a headache that wouldn't shift yesterday, and it's still here today. And even just before my dinner, I doubled up on paracetamol ibuprofen. Still have a headache at this point because I was laughing that hard yesterday. So it's definitely worth a good watch. Chat, fucking hell, thought that was a goat. No, it's Bib. Bibby got an echo. G sounds crisp. I mean, it's just the way it is. That's just the way it is.
Things will never be the same. Oh, that's not nice. Not gonna work now.
Nietzsche wants my fucking job, says Tito, because Nietzsche is dropping all the links in the chat. It's fine. They think it's a job. They think they're getting paid. Oh, this is awkward. Is your mic on? I don't know. So, did the item arrive from Astro/Logi yet? No. It fucking didn't. Fucking hell, mate. Which is a bit disappointing, but do you know what it is? What it is? It just means we'll get a random surprise one day next week. It'll be like, I don't know, next fucking Thursday or something. It'll be like, hi, parcel.
Parcel.
So, still no idea what it is. There was a lot announced, though. We will put a pin in that just now because we do have that as one of the articles to discuss on the show today. So, we can talk about what was discussed yesterday and then we can place our bets on what we actually get. So, we'll see. We'll keep a little bit of a suspense building on that one. To be fair, Bib doesn't sound like he's talking into his mic.
To be fair, I kind of get what you mean. One sec. Let's put this all the way up. There we go. I'll turn mine right up to the top. Now I can hear myself properly. I can hear myself 3 times. You're once. Twice.
3 times a baby.
Okay, yeah. I've just turned mine like way higher than Graham's, which tradition is probably quite right. Because I think
you fucking no energy. No.
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 There we go. How about that? We'll try that. See that.
Nice. I'm sure the check will come any day now. Maybe, but today is not the day. Tell you what is the day, though. It is the day of discussing CD Projekt saying Cyberpunk 2077 is now attracting 1 million players every day. Don't even care. Look at that. Massive news. Headline story. Don't even give a shit.
No, because now it's saying, Tino's saying now G's echoing.
Fuck's sake. Yeah, if you've turned yours up.
Yeah, so you're going to come through on mine. That's why I've not touched any. I did voiceover recording yesterday using this microphone, and it sounds crispy as fucking all hell. So I genuinely have no idea.
All right, fuck's sake, man. I'll just sit like this. I'll just talk like this. Okay, all right. No, let's talk like that. You need the happy medium where yours is loud enough to make you... Yeah. Actually, if yours was duplicating, then turning it up is surely going to make the problem worse. Because if yours
I wasn't duplicating. They're saying I wasn't loud enough.
Oh, okay. Just need the halfway house where you're a bit louder, but not loud enough to pick up my gob. Nice. Sit with your back against each other's, like some sort of like 90s boxing, like sort of like. It was the chairs. He wasn't farting. Or maybe he was. I don't know. It's Bibby. You can never put it past him. Stick one mic in the middle and fuck the other off. We used to do that. It's just not as good. It's not as good. Even if you've got cardioid micage. All right. All right. Bibby's throwing his monster around. And I don't mean he's Todger either. Just he's a tiger. So yes, we have our lead story. CD Projekt says Cyberpunk 2077 now has 1 million players each and every single day. Senior developer thanks players for a second chance following a recent resurgence. This is a news article from Tom Ivan at VGC. But before we jump into it, I do want to point out that, what was it, December 2020? Me and Bib told you so. Just going to say, we said Cyberpunk is a bit of a shit show, but The Witcher wasn't always plain sailing. We said we think that they will bring it back. They bring it all back to you. And it seems like they have. Nice. I will jump into the article. I just Bibby's tinkering, so I won't just yet.
I do have it on the screen.
Scroll it, doing a bit than the... All right, Bally. Nice. Okay, there we go. So the article should be on the screen for you guys now. I'll run through this now. Cyberpunk 2077 is currently attracting over 1 million players daily, according to CD Projekt. Each day of this week, Night City has been visited by 1 million players, both new and returning, end quote, reads a message published on the game's... on the game's official Twitter account on Wednesday. Quote, "We wanted to use this opportunity to say thank you for being with us and playing the game. it added. Earlier today, Cyberpunk 2077 hit 86,130 concurrent players on Steam, its highest total since January 2021, the month after the game was released. The recent spike in players follows the launch of the game's 1.6 patch, which added various new features and improvements and coincides with a half-price discount on Steam. Shout out to Viv, by the way. Viv Vilanco is probably one of those players because he mentioned he bought it in the half-price sale the other day. The Cyberpunk 2077 anime, Edge Runners, also debuted on Netflix last week and has been receiving very favourable reviews from critics and the general public. I've also heard very similar. Only people I know that have watched it have said it is very good. Responding to the game's growing player count, Cyberpunk 2077 Quest director Pavel Sasko said this week, "Thank you so much, Chooms." Nice. Don't know what that means, but thank you so much, Chooms, for this second chance. I'll take that and just move away. Cyberpunk 2077 was billed as one of the biggest titles of the last console generation, but things went badly wrong for it at release. Do you know what? We don't even need to go through what happened at release, because we did that for about 3 months. I will just give you a little bit of a recap. In the 15 months since, it has continued to deliver title updates designed to improve the experience. And in the 15 months since, it has continued to deliver title updates designed to improve the experience. And Cyberpunk 2077 was also released for PS5 and Xbox Series X and S in February. CD Projekt claimed in April that Cyberpunk had sold over 18 million copies, up from 13 million reported during the game's launch. And Cyberpunk's first expansion, Phantom Liberty, was announced early in September. It will be released for PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S and Stadia in 2023. There we go. Cyberpunk hits a milli, as it says on screens there. Cyberpunk now has 1 million players a day, hitting peaks of around 86,000 concurrent.
Outrageous.
Did you see it getting back here, babe?
We called it many times that this game was eventually going to come back round and set the world on fire? No. But it will be the experience that people wanted in the first place. It was obviously a very half-baked product when this game came out, and I think that's kind of underselling it a little bit. But here we are. We've got to the point now. You know what? I can hear why it's going wrong. Hello? I can hear it. Like, when you're talking, it's crisp as fuck in my head. And I can hear it.
I know. That's just my voice. It's the way I sound. It's the delivery.
I don't know what...
Have you tried unplugging it?
Yeah, that's what I did before. I don't fucking know. I don't know what's going on. I had to plug yours back in this morning because it's set as default on that. But I can see my volumizer going up and down in the perfect position that you would expect it to. But, I mean... Fuck me, I'm not over again. I wonder if it's coming out and not plugged correctly in here again.
Oh my god, I am yawning so much. This is what happens when you stay up late playing PUBG. Don't stay up late playing PUBG with the friendies. God damn it.
Hello. I'll sort that out while you're reading the next news article. Hopefully you'll be able to hear me enough. But yeah, we kind of called this. We hoped that it would have its No
Man's Sky moment.
Yeah. Maybe that's to the point where they're buying a billboard outside.
Sending pizzas.
Yeah. But it's getting there. Like, we're 2 years deep nearly. And I asked you, in fact, it was on Tuesday, see whether or not Cyberpunk would be your game for Christmas this year.
Nope. It's not. Gagad! I can't hear it. Good afternoon, gents, or is it evening? I can read it though.
Yes, it's definitely good afternoon.
It's good after something.
Yes. So yeah, I'm happy that it's getting to this point now because it is genuinely making me want to play it. 1 million people a day. That's massive. That's genuinely massive numbers, especially for a game with a single player experience. So they've got to be doing something right.
Right, yeah. Right. Just before that, so Gagad just dropping his tier 1 sub for 25 months, 2 and a bit years. Ridiculous. Thank you very much, Gagad. Appreciate that. Good afternoon, or is it evening? A bit of both. Who knows? Smithy says, I've been up since 6:30. Don't be soft. Hey, first of all, been up longer than you, mate. Second of all, I probably went to bed later than you, mate. Third of all, you were playing games last night. I was streaming, so I was still working yesterday. So... who's the lightweight in this situation? It ain't me. but I appreciate you trying to point fingers, though. Nice. Stick one. I can't see. This is why chatty is shit, because I can't see the emotes that get put in. Oh, it's lulz. There we go.
Test.
Oh, wait. Streaming is working?
No.
Well, not if you ask anyone in chat that has never streamed before. It's just something that's fun and creative. I mean, it is fun and creative, but putting on a show, especially when you've got a fucking Iron Man helmet strapped to your head,
it makes good viewing though.
Yeah, I mean, it does make good viewing. It makes good viewing for me watching it back, thinking, "What the fuck is that?" But yeah, it is quite draining. It is quite draining. But I'm sure West knows that. He streamed a few minutes in this exact chair, in this exact studio before. Makes things moist. It was incredibly moist. But yeah, anyway, moistness. 1 million players a day on Cyberpunk probably makes CD Projekt moist. And that's a concept that I always believed that they would get back to. I didn't think that they would have got there this calendar year, if I'm honest. I thought we were going to have to wait for... Nope, trying to find the name for it. I thought it might be on screen. Next year's expansion. Phantom Liberty, there we go. I thought Phantom Liberty would have been the moment where Cyberpunk gets its No Man's Sky situation. Yes, we've got it for PS5. Yes, we've got it for Xbox Series X and S consoles. We've got the next-gen version. It's always been pretty good on PCs, but it's been ironed out to the point where it's pretty much flawless. But when we start to hit that extra content, not just from in-game content side of things, but from a marketing perspective as well. Extra content usually comes with extra budget. If you want people to play new content, that's either just going to satisfy existing users, or it's going to make new users buy the game, or it's going to be DLC. Either way, these are different revenue streams for developers. So I thought Phantom Liberty would be the point where they get revenue into the game. So it's on Cyberpunk to make people want to play it, aka we'll market the shit out of it. Shroud will suddenly be playing Cyberpunk, #ad, as will Lyric and Summit and whoever else. They will all be #adding their way through Night City, and then it'll be back on Twitch pre-roll adverts or whatever. I thought that would have been the point where Cyberpunk gets to 1 million players. So the fact that they've done it now shows that people haven't quite turned their back on CD Projekt and Cyberpunk, because we were all hyped. You're breathtaking, says Keanu Reeves on an Xbox stage at E3 2018 or wherever it was, 2019. And it was great. We were all super hyped. Then we got the Night City Wires, the broadcasts with Holly Bennett fronting it. Phenomenal content leading up to a disastrous launch. People bought into the Cyberpunk philosophy at that point. Quickly turned their back on it. People do love a good success story. People do love to see a success crumble, but people also love a redemption story too. So Cyberpunk has ridden all three of these waves so far. So yeah, it's stuck in a voice mod for Bibby?
Maybe.
As in,
no. It doesn't sound very good. I have just unplugged it and plugged it back in again.
I know.
And reset it. So maybe. I don't know.
We'll see. So, yeah, does not surprise me. Cyberpunk having 1 million players it was always going to be coming. It was always a game that was big, that had a lot of potential. If I'm honest, I think it probably is. I mean, everyone was hoping for a 10 out of 10 game. Even if you take the bugs away, I think Cyberpunk at its peak is a 9 out of 10 game. So it's not going to be a Witcher. It's not going to live forever because it's just not got that much vision. But getting to 1 million means that CD Projekt can put Cyberpunk to bed on a good note and then turn their back on it and then jump into Witcher, knowing that actually we did recover that. We did what we did with the Witcher, which was having a game that was great, not quite perfect, ironing it out, providing great content over a good period of time to a point where 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years later on, the community are absolutely adoring the content that The Witcher 3 has to offer. And then we're going to Witcher 4 or whatever the next one's going to be called. So, yeah. Not surprising.
They're going to keep on supporting it for then.
Well, didn't they say that Cyberpunk will only have one bit of content post-launch now? So there was plans for multiple beats or whatever it was. I can't remember what the roadmap said, but I'm pretty sure we had an article on The Scoop within the last 6 weeks that was Cyberpunk will only have one post-launch content beat, which is Phantom Liberty, which is coming in 2023 to all platforms. Beyond that, they won't offer any more. So I think that kind of spells it. If they don't have a oh, okay. Just Slack stuff popping up on my laptop distracted me. If they don't have any content beyond that, I think that just means it's sustained. That's its end of life.
Sunsetting it.
Yeah, exactly. We'll just let Cyberpunk be Cyberpunk. That might be where they start to go. Okay, we'll turn a blind eye to all the mods and stuff. If the modding community thrives and builds that game into something else, then that is what it is. Yeah. Because at that point, the game's done. We're not planning to sell anymore. If they mod the shit out of it, then all that is going to do is build the potential for us to sell even more copies every time a sale comes around, and then builds the basis of a Cyberpunk 2078 or whatever the fucking...
Well, the people have been modding it, haven't they, already, and putting a transport service in there. So in Night City you can do fast travelling, but there's also a way of moving around the city now where they've literally put a metro link into the city for you to get from one part to the other. That's nothing to do with CD Projekt. I think they originally had something like that built in but never finished it, so someone's just taken the source code of it, reverse engineered it, and then now put it into the game.
I always find that stuff weird, me though. I get the need for fast travel. It's like, oh, fuck it, I'm at one end of the city and I need to get to the other. Oh, I'm just going to jump on it. Like, the way it works in Spider-Man is you're going underground and then you come out the other side, like, instantly. It's like black screen, I'm back again. The way it will work in a Tomb Raider or something like that is you go down to a campfire or something like that, or whatever. But I remember on old school GTAs, you'd get on the train and you'd pay and you'd see like your revenue going down by a couple of quid every few seconds or whatever as you were riding this train around the city. And I'm thinking, I can see cars down there that I could steal that would save me money and would get me there faster. What the fuck? That's just travel, not even fast travel. That's transport. Fucking nobody wants to do public transport. Why am I doing it in a video game?
You say that, but there's bus simulator, there's train simulator, there's flight simulator.
Yeah, I mean, that's a bit different.
Simulator.
That's a bit different. Some people are always a bit weird. Like, particularly those that play Power Wash Simulator. Yeah, I'm not saying that because there's a bunch of people in the chat that play that. Does actually look fucking, yeah. Does actually look fucking...
It is fucking mint. It is. It's so satisfying. It takes a lot longer than I thought it would do. Like, I thought it might be like each level might be, I don't know, 10 minutes max. Like 30 minutes later, I'm still clearing this fucking bike.
The thing is, like I've seen a bunch of people play it, and I've gone, okay, whenever it's been on, I've been too busy. So I've been like, nope, not interested. I'm not going to watch any of that. I'm going to skip off. And the one that got me in is Noob. Eat My Noob Food on Twitch. I was chatting to him, and the same thing, I was busy. I didn't really have the time, but I was like, oh, Noob's on. I've not seen him on for a while. I've missed him every time he's been on. So I was like, hi. And then he then asked me a question, which I then felt, oh, we're just about to close it down, but I'll respond to him. And then
It's so good. Like, it's like House Flipper. House Flipper is addictive. Like, that gets you in. Once you're in. You're like, okay, I need to repair this house. I need to mop the floors. I need to go outside and clean the walls. I need to put a fresh lick of paint in the bathroom. I need to put a new toilet, and there's a radiator over there that needs sorting out, or put a new radiator. That House Flipper is probably the most addictive simulator game that I've played.
It's also the most infuriating when you're watching Bibby do it and you're like, wrong tiles.
Yeah, no. Absolutely. The decking looks shit.
No.
Why have you started there?
Why is there a little bit of a lip overhanging at the end?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm going to have to untake these up, but you're going to lose fucking money on everything.
It's good though. It is amazing.
What's that, lassie? Bibby's stuck down a well?
Hopefully it sounds a little bit better now. I've literally unplugged it, plugged it back in, re-put it back into the stream. It doesn't sound as crisp as what your microphone does in my ear over there, but that's because it's on my head.
It's okay. It's just a weird sound. Almost loaded Cyberpunk the other day, but nah, says Phony Asteroid. What format would you be playing on Phony Asteroid? Just don't play it on your PS4. Because, I mean, it's there on the PS4 now, but I think PlayStation said, whilst it is there, they would recommend that you don't play the PS4 version. So yeah, do that. Let's hope it's new mics you're getting from Logi Astro.
I bet you if I restarted the PC, it'd work.
Yeah, 100%. It'll be a driver thing, 100%. Thing is, though, even if it is new mics from Logi and Astro, it'd be at what it is. So we aren't actually using these mics. These are the Wave 3 mics. We aren't actually using them with Wavelink because we have two microphones via USB to the PC, and you can't have two wave mics going through one instance of wavelength. We'd have to run them through separate PCs for that to work. So we are running wave mics via USB. So any other USB mic would essentially have the same issue because it's just a USB driver. That's the issue. So the USB driver's probably gone and restarting it would probably fix it. That said, do you know what? Speaking about Logitech, let's jump into our next news article. This next news article is about Logitech announcing the G Cloud handheld device. And you're saying Logitech's announcing this? Isn't this something that we've heard before? Yes, because me and Babe, as always with the scoop, we had the inside scoop. We covered the news as it was leaked, essentially. There were rumours, it wasn't leaks, but there were rumours a couple of weeks ago that Logitech was working with Tencent on a new handheld device. For those of you that joined me yesterday watching Logi play, it was confirmed. Andy Robertson at VGC has this article that says the cloud device will launch on October the 17th for $349.99 even. And if you wonder how much $349 is in pounds, that is £7 million going off of Nvidia's conversion. No, it's not quite that, maybe a touch under. But Logitech has announced G Cloud, an Android-powered gaming handheld which is compatible with Xbox Cloud Gaming, Steam Link, and Nvidia's GeForce Now. Launching on October the 17th for $349, the G Cloud features a 7-inch HD touchscreen, 12-hour battery life, haptics, gyroscope, and remappable controls. For those who pre-order now, the Logitech G Cloud is $299.99 for a limited time. The Logitech G Cloud was developed in partnership with Tencent Games and supports cloud streaming from a variety of apps, in addition to the ability to stream local games from an Xbox console with the Xbox app, their Steam games via Steam Link, or download remote play apps, video streaming, and more. Quotes: cloud gaming is a super exciting new way to play games. I love that you can access game libraries from anywhere, said Ujesh Desai, VP and General Manager of Logitech Gaming. What we wanted to do was challenge ourselves to build a device that was perfectly optimized for cloud gaming. This means precision controls, similar to a high-end Xbox controller, a large HD screen, amazing battery life, and lightweight design so players can enjoy long gaming sessions without any compromises. Catherine Gluckstein, VP of Xbox Cloud Gaming, added, handhelds are a natural next step in our cloud gaming evolution. It's great to see a world-class hardware leader like Logitech optimize Xbox Cloud Gaming for their new device. You can jump right in with ease anywhere you are and take advantage of the 16:9 full-screen display. With extended battery life, built-in Wi-Fi, and ergonomic controls, the Logitech G Cloud will allow you to progress through campaigns or get online for a multiplayer session where it's most convenient for you. Xbox Game Pass on the go, babe?
Absolutely. And it's kind of misleading, this, because it says anywhere you want, but it doesn't have the ability to be able to have a SIM card or anything inside it. So you would genuinely have to be on Wi-Fi unless... this one.
There's like 3 mice on this table.
Unless you can tether like your mobile phone to it to be able to use the Wi-Fi and hotspot it that way. That's the only other way of being able to do it. But I think this is amazing. Me and you spoke about this morning because this is like this and the new microphone are the only two things that I saw from the conference yesterday, because I was driving home and I didn't catch up afterwards. So I think this will be a nifty little device, but for the price point, what would you rather have? A Nintendo Switch, a Steam Deck, or this little gadget?
I mean, if I was going to choose in order, Steam Deck, this, and then the Switch, because I've got a Switch already. I'd still go Steam Deck though. I did say, for those that were watching this yesterday, it does interest me more. As they were going through, they were talking through it on stream yesterday. Obviously, for those that have got a Switch, is it 720p screen?
Yeah, 1080 docked.
Whereas this does have a confirmed 1080 screen, full HD. It is a 7-inch screen. The controls look really nice. The fact that they've got ergonomic stuff on the back, they have sold it more to me than I did going into this. So for those that watched us talking about the leaked information or the early reports, the rumours about it a few weeks ago, I was like, why? But why? So I've got a cloud gaming device that I can sit where I have my console and play the game. I can't sit on a plane. I can't sit on a train unless they've got Wi-Fi, and we all know travel Wi-Fi shit. So why? That said, I mean, hearing how good it is and stuff was quite nice to me. Then seeing that put at a $300 price price mark, made me think, okay, starts to push it back out of my price range again in terms of what I'm willing to pay for how much I will get out of it. But seeing how good it looked, seeing how good it sounded, 12-hour battery life with a 1080p screen, cloud gaming with access to Xbox Game Pass on the go-ish, it does have my attention more than I thought it would.
Handheld for me, I do play my Switch, not as much as I probably should, but I do. When I'm playing the Switch, I'll play it continuously for like 3 or 4 weeks because there might be a game that I haven't played on it before, or something's just come out that I want to get a hold of. But this, I can't play. Say you can't play it on the train, you can't play it on a plane. If you go away on a holiday, actually abroad, and you haven't got Wi-Fi available, like if you sat around the pool or something like that. When I went to Jamaica, I just played Football Manager around the pool and stuff. Can't do that on this, and that's a big selling point for me, being able to literally play anywhere that I want. Asterisks supplied only on Wi-Fi. Like you can't download anything. That's my worry.
It's a wonderful piece of technology as long as you're connected.
Yeah.
If you're not connected, you have a screen that doesn't really do anything. They did say that it is also a full working Android tablet below it as well, so it's a full Android system.
Paper toss.
Yeah, exactly.
Most games nowadays always require an always-on connection.
Like even then, even if you've got memory in there's not going to be too much memory. So then you're looking at, okay, I need to buy myself a good SIM card, memory cards are put inside it so that I can play stuff saved on the memory, which then means, okay, 300 quid's already a chunk. You need another 50 quid's worth of card minimum to get decent sized games on there, but once again, none that have any form of connectivity. It does start to lose a little bit of appeal for me in that sort of sense. So I'm impressed with how much this did get my attention yesterday. I still don't feel it's for me. I still feel like I would be more interested in something like a Steam Deck, especially at $350. It's 500 quid for a Steam Deck.
All that's going to happen is I'm going to end up getting this, putting Retroactor on it and playing PES PSP version.
Which you might as well just do on your Vita anyway.
I've got a Vita for that. I've got a PSP for that. You know what I mean? I've got Retroactor and PSP on my phone, so I can play them with Razer Kishi controller or whatever. Like, I've got the ability to do all that. Am I going to buy something for £350 just so I can play stuff offline? The same stuff that I can just use my phone for. Like,
yeah, I mean, things like playing like Fortnite and Co on the go with a nice 1080p screen and all that sort of stuff, beautiful. But then again, I keep saying the word on the go. You're not really on the go. It's almost going on the stay. That's what it is. You're not playing it on the go. You're not playing it on the train. You're playing it whilst you're still at home and someone's on the TV kind of thing.
Like I said, tethering would be great, but you can't tether in the air. And train internet, regardless of whether or not it's train Wi-Fi or you're actually using your signal, is abysmal.
I go down to London and I know that I'm pretty much not watching or streaming or listening. If I go to London, like whenever I'm going down, usually I'm getting a train about 10ish. So chances are, if I go to London on a weekday for work, you're going to be scooping during that journey. I even drop it down to on the mobile app to just audio only, so it doesn't even have to load a picture. And even then, I'll lose the fucking thing. So
it's ridiculous.
So. Yeah, it's like having a portable console and having to plug it in.
Yeah, exactly. It's a giant obstacle. It looks like a really nice console, but having to have it tethered and always be on. Like, if you could download the digital handshake stuff like you could on your PS Vita, you could download the games. Eventually, the license might need renewing, so you have to do the digital handshake and be able to, get online for just a second just to say that you played it, and then you won't have to do it again for 2 or 3 weeks or whatever. That was great. If you could do that with Game Pass games, that's a big selling point. Like, just be able to do that. You've got a Steam library there with Steam Link. Okay, no problems. Let me download that game. Might be 20 gig or something like that. Fair enough, but at least you've got something to be able to play offline.
Yeah, exactly.
You need something there.
Yeah, I think that's the thing. If there's nothing there, then that's where you end up. You've just got a bit of plastic with a screen on it that can't really be used. I mean, who knows? Maybe we. Do you know what? We are actually expecting a delivery from Logitech or Astro from one of the products featured within the Logiplay event. Hopefully, is this? Who knows? I mean, it probably isn't.
Amazing.
What is it? Is it not out until October or something? It's probably not this.
Yeah, it's not that far away. We'll be having launch parties with this already soon.
So, I mean, well, at that point, if we get access to it and go hands-on, we'll still let you know our thoughts. Obviously, with anything like this, we will only ever share our honest thoughts. So we are Astro partners because we absolutely adore our Astro headsets. Something we can confirm now as well, which we thought going into yesterday, but we didn't have the confirmation before yesterday's stream. We are also now not just Astro partners, but we are Logitech partners and we are Blue microphones partners. Obviously, we had a Blue Yeti microphone in the studio, and we've got two somewhere lying around.
Yeah, there's one over there, there's one in there.
But we are now using Elgato mics. We aren't partnered with Elgato, although Elgato have decked us out in the studio. We do have the ability. So if anyone is ever after an Astro headset, a Blue microphone, or any Logitech peripherals, maybe you want some Logitech PCs or so on, or maybe you want this cloud device that we probably wouldn't buy, well then you can save yourself now 10%. Our discount code used to just give you 5%, but just use the code ICECREAM across any of those websites, Logitech, Astro or Blue microphones, and you will save 10% on any of those websites, and you will support us by doing that. Hashtag ad, by the way, because we get paid for everyone that buys something. So nice. So we are partnered with Logitech and all of that stuff, which will lead to us getting, obviously we do have a box inbound. I want to point out before we jump into the next article that we have the G Cloud device coming. There was the Litra lights, which was, think of Elgato key lights, but as a strip that you could say have going over the top of your screen or down the sides of your monitors or so on. That was announced yesterday.
That's cool.
There was the Blue Sonar microphone, so it's kind of like, it's probably more like the size, maybe even thinner than the Wave mic, but more like a rectangular sort of shape microphone. That's an XLR mic that's just been announced. And then there was some new software from Streamlabs and a few other things announced along the way. So there was a bunch of stuff released yesterday. Once again, we'll be able to save you 10% off all that shit because that's the fucking way we roll. Nice. It's like having a portable console and having to plug it in. I've done that one already. £2.50 after the crash of currency. Well, that's how much, $300 is? I'll take that. Get me 4 of those graphics cards, please, as well.
Scalp it for £2.75. There you go.
Yeah, nice. I'm not very good at scalping. Stonks. I only made 1 pence on the one PS5 that I scalped. So.
Outrageous.
5G is game changing. That could make it usable if it has mobile connection, but then that's an extra cost and uses more battery. Yeah, exactly. And it doesn't even mention it there. And then you've got the bullshit with iPads of, do you want the iPad or do you want an iPad plus cellular? Where you got no. Okay, well, let's move ahead. We've got an update on the Rockstar Take-Two Uber FBI Department of Justice story that we had on Tuesday the other day, and that is this. This is 2K Games admitting it was hacked. It tells customers to change passwords. Written by Sean Murray at The Gamer. The tagline says, time to fire up that antivirus software and make sure you enable two-factor authentication every way you can. So 2K Games has been hacked. The news was posted today on the 2K support Twitter handle confirming that its help desk platform had been illegally accessed by an unknown source. Quotes, earlier today, we became aware that an unauthorized third party illegally accessed the credentials of one of our vendors to help the desk platform that 2K uses to provide to the help desk platform that 2K uses to provide support to our customers, wrote 2K support. The unauthorized party sent a communication to certain players containing a malicious link. Please do not open any emails or click on any links that you receive from the 2K Games support account. If you have already clicked the link, 2K support advises users to reset all their passwords stored on their browser, such as through Chrome's autofill option, enable multi-factor authentication where you can, install and run an antivirus program, and check your account settings to ensure that nobody has attempted to hijack your account by enabling forwarding rules or changing your associated email account. 2K says it will never ask for your password or personal information. Quote, our support portal will remain offline while we continue to address this matter. We will issue a notice when you can resume interacting with official 2K help desk emails, and we will also follow up with additional information as to how you can best protect yourself against malicious activity, 2K added. We deeply apologize for any inconvenience and disruption that this matter may cause. We appreciate the ongoing support and understanding from our player communities. 2K isn't the only major gaming publisher that's dealing with security threats. A statement from ride-sharing app Uber recently outed Rockstar has been the victim of, you get the idea. We've covered all that stuff already. So it's a pretty bad, yeah. For not, I wouldn't say for video games as a whole, but for Take-Two the parent company of Take-Two owns 2K Games and owns Rockstar Games, and both have had leaks. Rockstar in the fact that their Slack system has been compromised, so that they've lost in-game data, and 2K have lost user data. Sheesh. Yeah. Plus all the other shit. Why are people's dicks, babe? This is the question. Why are people dicks?
It's a very good question, and one that's been asked many times over hundreds of years. Why are people dicks? I mean, first of all, they just want people's information, don't they? It's just for scamming purposes, whether or not it's going to be sold on the dark web or whatever, the black market. Who knows? But information is power. And that's essentially what they're trying to get from everyone. They're trying to get everyone's attention, and they're going to have a massive pool of people that they can potentially send one email to, and then one sucker will go, actually, yeah, no problems. My subscription to 2K Games has expired. Okay, I've never had one of those before, but it must be something. They go in, next thing they know, savings account's been raided. Like, they're just preying on that one sucker that will end up doing that for them. So, yeah.
Fuck's sake. Do you know what? This is how it's going. If anyone comes in, then serves them right for not being here. If they wonder why it says 2K Games has been hacked, it's because I missed the H and I can't be asked figuring my way out to go back to it. So 2K Games has been hacked. I'm from Yorkshire, so I would say it. It's been hacked.
So yeah, it's highly annoying, especially if you can't remember. Well, if you can't remember your password in the first place, like, don't worry about it. Like, your information's already gone, mate. Don't worry. But having to go back through and change your passwords and stuff like that is a bit of a ball ache, and it's something that they have to tell you to do. There'll be a step-by-step guide on how to deal with having your server, word I'm looking for,
secure,
broken into.
Oh,
breached. Breached, that's the word. Having your server breached. It's so PR. Do you know what I mean? As you were reading it then, like, you could copy and paste that, and to anybody who's ever been hacked but just change the name of the company, it's the same thing. They have to say it, just for own legal reasons, and maybe for insurance reasons as well.
Yeah. Shareholdery reasons as well. They'll need to be seen to be doing the right things.
Absolutely. So yeah, if you do have a 2K account, it might be wise to get in there. I mean, I don't think you have your card details on your account anyway at a 2K level. I imagine it's like on a PlayStation level or an Xbox. I don't think they'll have access to that. So you shouldn't have to worry about money being taken from your account unless you're giving that to them. It's
more a case of, if your email address is bikeseatsniffer@gmail.com.
Nietzsche.
Yeah, nice. And your password is I am Nietzsche123. Then you have the same password for your banking and whatever.
Yeah.
Then that's where it's like you might want to sort that shit out. So
LastPass will sort that out for you.
Hi. How you doing? Hey. So yeah, this is fucking. Stop being fucking dicks, mate. As Phony Asteroid says, as Team America says. Dicks fuck pussies and assholes. Yes, no, these dicks are pussies and assholes. I mean, yeah, let's see. There's not really much you can say on that. If you have a 2K account, sort your details out should you have been compromised. The biggest threat, obviously, the first party threat is you getting an email and actioning that. If you haven't actioned that email, you're probably going to be safe. Unless you have the same passwords used across multiple places. In that case, it's definitely worth changing if you do have 2K details saved, because then, yeah, once in, they can compromise mucho stuff. Talking about compromises.
We're making good time here. We're making very good time here.
Nice. What are we on?
2:45.
Ooh, oh, nice. 45 minutes. Scoop. Only one more story left to go.
Absolutely.
This might actually be an hour-long show, as it's supposed to be. Imagine this. Okay, we've got one more story to go. We did actually cover this briefly the other day. We touched on it a little bit, but this is like an advance on that story. There is an absolute facepalm in the online video game content creating community going on at the moment, and it's this. George Foster at The Gamer has this story. So DanAllenGaming, who I spoke about the other day, we couldn't find his Twitter account because as it turned out, he'd actually deleted it. So he releases an apology video, says his Metal Gear Solid and Silent Hill rumours were fake. Quote, "It's clout, it's the buzz, it's being addicted to the thrill of thousands waiting on what you're gonna say." Not anymore, mate. That is the tagline. So going into the article. If the article doesn't give you the full context, don't worry, we'll roll it back as we discuss it afterwards. But let's go. So following the reveal earlier in the week that a well-known leaker on Twitter named The Real Insider was actually YouTuber DanAllenGaming spreading false rumours and leaking information that was under NDA, Allen has released an apology video that tries to explain why he did it. The allegations began when Allen accidentally replied to a tweet for The Real Insider with his normal account, lol, which showed that the two were one and the same. He then deleted both Twitter accounts before resurfacing to share a quick apology message that claimed he was ashamed and disappointed in himself. The apology tweet and account have since been deleted. Lol. Earlier today, Allen shared a video on his YouTube channel titled "I'm Sorry," where he admits to having created the account and leaking NDA'd information alongside sharing, quote, educated guesses that others took as actual leaks. In the video, Allen repeats how ashamed of himself he is before saying that he created the account because he was addicted to the clout and buzz. Allen said, quote, "A lot of you are reaching out and saying, well, why the fuck did you do it? Well, to be honest, it's clout. It's the buzz. It's being addicted to the thrill of thousands waiting on what you're going to say. It's pretty much pathetic. It's sad. I've taken for granted my access. I've nearly got 200,000 subscribers. The flexibility of content, all taken for granted for this fucking facade," end quote. Allen continues by claiming that he's not making excuses for his actions and that they are his own, but that they've caused him to lose industry friends, relationships, business opportunities, and more for his 5 seconds of fame. It's worth noting that Allen's biggest breaches of NDA were for Assassin's Creed, but the Ubisoft has yet to comment publicly. It's worth noting that Allen specifically points out a few of the rumours that he'd been pushing as bullshit, including new Silent Hill games and a remake of Metal Gear Solid. That isn't to say that those aren't happening, but anything The Real Insider had to say on them can be disregarded. Fuck. Imagine needing other people's attention so much that 200,000 subscribers was not enough, that you had to then go and make other story as some fake facade for people to be sat there listening like you're some sort of like leaky oracle that gives you all of the stories. Fuck. Anyway, DanAllenGaming, babe, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, he doesn't need me to point out how much of a bad reputation he's now got, and the fact that he probably will never be able to work in video games again. We've talked about the guy. I'm sure he's called Philip Munchin or something like that. I can't remember. It was a while ago, but the guy that did that ended up taking other people's reviews and passing them off as his own. Like, he will never work in video games again. It's so disgenerous. It's horrendous. It's plagiarism, which is obviously a massive no-go when it comes to journalism. So he can just be added to the scrap pile. Again, I'll put him in the same... people take the piss out of me for mentioning him all the time, but Fabrizio Romano, he's exactly the same in my opinion. You throw enough shit at a wall, eventually it will end up sticking and you will be classed as the real insider, because you've basically given every single outcome from a particular transfer story, but the only ones that you publish are the ones...
As soon as you mention Fabrizio Romano, and I know you're going to go around, I just sit here and I think, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Fuck, you bailed me out with that. But I mean, he outed himself, and people just pushed it under the carpet with the Ollie video. Like, it's all gone quiet over there. Not from the stands, but in terms of... He basically outed himself by complete accident, and he's kind of got brushed under the carpet. But underneath this, I mentioned it the other day as well, like in terms of toxicity, football, Twitter and video games are part and parcel. They are one and the same. If you end up doing anything that can make yourself be passed off as a villain, people are going to take the ball and run with it. They are going to make your life hell for whatever amount of time that they deem necessary. Like, it's entirely up to them whether or not this person keeps on getting dragged. He can be the most genuine person for the next 6 years, writing reviews, doing whatever he needs to, starting from the bottom, actually buying the games himself now and reviewing everything as a genuine journalist. But this is always going to tire his reputation. He is never going to work with Ubisoft again.
Yeah, absolutely. I wouldn't be surprised if Ubisoft, I mean, they haven't commented yet. I wouldn't be surprised if they haven't commented. Not because they've gone, do you know what, it's not worth it, he's already done his thing. Not because of that, because they're going, well, we don't want to say anything because we're consulting our legals. And our legals are like, don't say anything yet. You don't want to say anything that could compromise your case because you want to fuck that guy.
Yeah, like what is the actual, because I've never known this, like what is the outcome that Ubisoft can have? Because it won't just be Ubisoft. They can, well, he's deleted his account now, so unless the Wayback Machine can delete his account and look back through what he's actually tweeted in the past, what can they actually do? Because it's not just Ubisoft that is outed. He's outed, well, he brought Konami up into that one because that's two of the biggest IPs there's ever been in video games.
Metal Gear Solid Silent Hill.
So it's easy things to write about.
The thing about Metal Gear Solid Silent Hill, I don't know if Konami can actually do anything there because it's rumour, speculation and hearsay.
Well, he's not signed NDA, has he, for those?
But for Ubisoft, he'd signed an NDA. They'd given him, as a content creator with 200,000 subscribers, a legitimate media corporation, effectively. Obviously, there's only one guy, but they've seen him as an outlet, given him exclusive or advanced information, not necessarily exclusive, in return for him giving trust, allowing them to trust him that he can keep that information safe. They are knowing that they are putting potential stockholder revenue streams in the hands of other content creators, and that's where the NDA comes in. So for those that don't know what an NDA is, I'm assuming most people do usually watch this stream because they're a big thing in the video games industry and any form of content creation, really. A non-disclosure agreement. Baby, I've got a game that's coming out, you're a massive content creator, I want you to play this game. However, we're not going to announce it until the 30th of September. But you need to know it beforehand so you can get your content prepped, so you can get your community ready to watch this content. Because if your community are all aware that something cool's coming, you're going to benefit. And if all your community come and you all enjoy it together, then they're going to buy our shit, which means we benefit. And it's a quick pro quo thing. We all sort each other out. Nice. This guy's signed his NDA and gone, yep, that's not enough for me. I also want to fucking leak that shit on the side. And then if that's out in the public spectrum by someone else, if the news is on the internet, people can talk about it. Anything that is in the public spectrum is free game, even if it's not meant to be there. Obviously, assets and stuff that you don't own, sharing video and media. Yeah, that's why DMCA'd. Yeah, that's why you can get takedowns, because it's like you play a song that you don't own, you can get strikes. You show a video game that's not meant to be out, you can get a strike. It's as simple as that. But talking about something that is just general knowledge now is not against it. So that's where he came into this. He was leaking that shit on the side so that he opened himself up to be able to talk about it on his content, and then still watch the Ubisoft stuff and still has that beneficial relationship with them. Ubisoft, though, now at this point could be like, okay, we've signed an agreement. He said and has signed himself that he would take this information and he would not share this information. He has now admitted, beyond any shadow of a doubt, that he has shared this information, which breaches his contract with us, which means we can take him to court because he's taken this advanced information, and we can prove that him talking about Assassin's Creed Mirage or whatever it was, I'm assuming it was that, early meant that our share price dropped massively. We've lost 6 million, whatever. We actually want to take him for 6 million. If they've lost 60 million, they might only go in for 6 million or whatever. But they can take him to court, just like Nintendo went for that dude for like 30 million or whatever the fuck it was. Ubisoft could do the same thing for him, and
well deserved.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%. Because the bigger picture here is content creation. Like, look, let's go back to this picture that Bibby's got on his screen. Did I press the right one? I did press the right one. So that is DanAllenGaming. Look at where he's sat. That could be Bibby. He's sat in a gaming chair. He's got a Resident Evil poster behind him, and he's clearly at home. Yeah. That is...
His camera's not looking as good, though.
Yeah, no. I mean, he's got a wave mic, though, so he's doing something right. Okay. But
not as good as my wave mic.
So he is a content creator, creating content at home. That is what the majority of content creation is. And I've been lucky enough to have had good existing relationships with brands, content creators, hardware providers, whatever, so that we can get quite a lot of access to things. But anyone that is a content creator that's going through the journey that Ice Cream Uploads is going through, we are still a tiny content creator. We punch way above our weight for, I've got 5 screens with the amount of viewers that we've got. I don't even have enough viewers to justify all of those screens. God damn. In joke, for those that know it. We are early in our content creation journey. We've been around a few years, but still early. We've got fucking years before we can go to media outlets and they will trust us with code. And this dickhead makes it harder for anyone else out there that's on this journey. That's going, actually, do you know what? I've got myself a channel growing, be it on YouTube, be it on Twitch, be it a Discord community, and we would like to cover your game, be invited to your press and media events, come along and do some developer talks. Ubisoft might be like, Ubisoft are a big company, so they're probably going to go, he's one dickhead, we work with content creators, and we know he's just one dickhead. Yeah. But other companies might have seen this and gone, see, well, we were thinking about doing YouTuber stuff. Like, he's from Australia. I don't know what the Australian region is like. I know that Australia, from a UK perspective, from our ethnocentric view, if there are successful creators in Australia, it's almost like the PewDiePie thing. Because PewDiePie was the successful YouTuber for so long, he was the only one that brands were going for. Yeah, let's do PewDiePie things because he's the big one. But if people looking at working with Australian creators see him as the shining light for Australia, it's like, maybe we don't work in Australia, it's a bag of shite. Fucking bag of shite. So, he's shit on himself. And fucking, I hope Ubisoft go for him. They should absolutely do it, because I saw something saying he's deleted his Twitter because he knows he's not welcome there, and he's going to stop making content now. But he hopes one day he can come back and try to enact positivity based on what he's done.
Fuck off, mate.
Which is, I would still like a really nice, good job, because YouTube is not cushy work. Being a Twitch streamer is not cushy work. It is when you sat here talking like this in a nice studio environment with your microphones that thank you Elgato for providing and all that sort of shit. But the content stuff that goes behind the scenes, these fucking bags under my eyes from finishing. Well, I had 3.5 to 4 hours sleep last night because I was doing content shit around it. There is sacrifices to be made, and he's thinking, okay, it could have been worse sacrifices. I could have been fucking getting up after 3 hours sleep and going to work on a building site for 15 hours or whatever. Instead, I was playing video games and stuff. So he's probably thinking, I would like to come back into a little bit of this. But mate, for me, you are not welcome. Yeah. You have had the trust of 200,000 people and shit all over it because he was chasing, in his words, clout. So,
well, at least he's come out and been honest. That's the only redeeming feature of this, because he's openly come out and said, you know what, caught red-handed. I was literally chasing clout and everything that comes along with that. It's unfortunate that obviously that's got to his head, but sometimes it happens. Like, so NDAs get broken all the time, but it's usually for accidental stuff.
Someone
like
that's set the clock for left the stream on, or they've said something when the mic was on and they didn't realise, or they've gone out at 12 noon UK time when it should have been, or CEST time when it should have been UK or whatever.
Yeah, or they've recorded footage and there's one screenshot that's been left in there, or something that might not have, that shouldn't have been in there, but it was a split second and they forgot to crop that bit out or something. Like, it happens all the time. It's accidental stuff, but to purposefully leak stuff just to be able to talk about and then put it out in the domain, then be able to talk about it on your own account because it's in the domain. Like, there will be thousands of pieces of evidence pointing towards this person that other articles have referenced this Twitter account, whether or not it's an embedded tweet or what, or they've just been talking about the fact that he's been talking about it. Like, in my opinion, the book has to be thrown. Throw fucking 2 of them if you need to.
Yeah.
Encyclopedias or something. Like, I don't know.
The other thing as well is the fact that he used the word addiction, because that instantly makes me go, okay. But then I think, fuck you, because you had me for a split second there.
Can't be feeling sorry for him.
Because if you're a drug addict, or you're an alcoholic, or you're a gambling addict, they are serious situations that people can't just stop for. We all recognise that. Our modern society realises that addiction is an illness that plagues some people more than others. But you can't be addicted to people just wanting to listen to you.
Chasing fame. Yeah. That is not an addiction.
A lot of people would like a lot more people to listen to them and give them lots of attention. We all like a good bit of attention, but not we all. Some people obviously don't all, but that's
200,000 people though.
Yeah, exactly. You've already got the attention. You have done the hard work. Like, and I say the hard work. That's once again, that's for those that don't know, having 200,000 subscribers on YouTube doesn't mean that that's your career set.
Yeah.
But it's like the Rolling Stone gathering moss. Anyone that's ever made content on somewhere, to get 1,000 subscribers is fucking hard work. To get 10,000 subscribers is fucking hard work. To get 100,000 subscribers, fucking hard work. But if things keep going with momentum, to get it's a lot of YouTubers will tell you it's easier to go from 100,000 to 1 million than it is to go from none to 100,000, despite it being 10 times the amount.
We're already in the algorithm then.
Yeah.
But, like, it's just over 4 Etiads worth of people. And insert empty ad joke here.
10 of them, mate. It depends.
That's like 4 empty ads worth of people. Do you know what I mean? It's ridiculous. Like, I always think it's a metric that a lot of streamers will end up starting with, but you stream to 10 people, that's a small classroom. You stream to 30 people, that's a normal size UK classroom. You stream to 50 to 80 people, that's a lecture hall. If you're streaming to 1,000 people, that's the Academy 3 in Manchester. If you're streaming to 4,500, that's the Ritz. If you're streaming to 7,000 or 8,000, that's the O2 Academy. Like, they're the scales of things, and this guy's got 4 Etiads watching it and listening to his every word, and that's still not enough.
Every one of his videos probably has more reach than your average program live on BBC 3 or something like that. I don't even know what fucking TV channels BBC has anymore, but you'd get like BBC One would have 1 million people live. Obviously, there's the VOD shit and people recording stuff or whatever. BBC Two drops down a bit, but then when you got to the 3, which was online stuff, a lot of YouTubers were getting more views than an actual national TV station would be. And it's like you are literally a content factory now, and you're still not enough, you absolute womble. So yeah,
fucking throw the book at him, prick.
Fucking throw the library at him. Wow. Manchester Central Library, love that. Alan, you mean Steve? Dan Steve Gaming. Alan. I hear Alan, I just think of that video of the beaver calling out. Yeah, that's absolutely the one that it's on about. Classic. Yeah. Hell, even I've got 5 screens and I don't even stream. Fuck's sake, Gaggle. You're gonna have to send a few of those back, mate.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm clutching at straws, keeping all the 5 right now. So, I mean, the only reason I'm getting away with it is because technically it's 4 screens because my big one's 2. It's an ultra wide, so it's like 2 in 1. So technically, I've only got 4 screens. That's the only reason I'm getting away with it. Any less viewers and they take that off me as well. So. But you've got the only ICU cap to complete the Great North Run. Good point. Very good point. Yeah. Nice, yeah. You guys are getting sleep. Well, so.
I've got a 9-month-old. You know what I mean? It's not happening.
Welcome in, Raid, by the way, who dropped his like fucking, what we on now, like 23rd, 22nd month sub the other day legend. As well. Appreciate it. Or you stream on Discord by mistake.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. I've got a Macam dictionary here. Can I hoy that at him?
Hoy.
It's through in brackets. He even translated it for us.
Fantastic. Love that.
He actually says he's going to send it to me, which is nice. So yeah, there you go.
It's a genuine thing.
Yeah, genuine.
Oh, okay.
Where is it? Let's open up my. There you go. The Macam dictionary.
I need to see the girth of it.
The definitive guide to understand. It won't be that thick. Do you think Macams can read a lot?
Well, they are thick, though.
The definitive. It'd be in big print.
It's a picture book. This is called a cat.
Like, because it gives you some words like gid up, Mara, and stuff like that. But then what the fuck's chabble? It sounds like a condition. I've got a bit of chabble. It's
probably not. Sorting that out, Graham.
The definitive guide to understanding the wonderful words of Wearside. There you go. It actually is. You sent me a picture of the pages. It's absolutely. This is a book. So this. You can possibly see it from how far. Do you know what? I'll get up.
He's getting up. You stay where you are. You stay where you are.
There you go. There's the Macam dictionary, and that's how big the words are. Absolutely a with child.
All it needed was phonetics underneath it, didn't it? That's all it needs.
Nice. Don't be a spank. Sorry, it was one time. A Macam dictionary. Aren't they painted on cave walls? Almost. Is Bibby a City fan? Empty had.
Oh, that's Jack. That's the guy who's organised the charity stream that's taking place on Sunday. Confirmed time now as well. I know we'll be going
Who's
live in the
Bibby?
tweets.
I know Mike.
Yeah, he's the one that put Mike in there. But he put 17 different nicknames in there, including my real name. But yes, 8 a.m. on Sunday we'll be going live with 4 hours of Football Manager, which I'm extremely excited about.
Nice. I think you spelled a dickhead, but it got auto-corrected to addiction.
Yeah, fair.
If you have a few thousand people watching you, then you are Man City. If you have 74,000 people watching you, then you are Man United. Whoa! Don't be a spank. Mike. Yes, so on that bombshell, this weekend, Bibby will be live, as I will, as we usually are. On a weekend, on Saturday, I will be going live with some PUBG on Saturday morning. And then early doors, if anyone is up nice and early on a Sunday morning, from 8 a.m,
yes,
Bibby is going to be playing some FM.
Yes. Probably for
FM
the final
at 8
time.
a.m.
Yeah, probably for the final time of FM 22.
And then into 23.
And then into 23, which I'm extremely excited about.
Nice. So do feel free to join us for that. We'll also be live tomorrow from 10 a.m-ish with the next episode of The Scoop. But we'll tell you about that in a second. Just a reminder once again that we now have Logitech partnership and we have Astro partnership, which we already had, but we also have Blue partnership. So if you're looking for a Blue microphone or some Logitech peripherals, maybe you want... do you know what? This is actually a Logitech mouse. If you want a Logitech mouse, then it says Chat PC on it. Yeah, maybe not this one. This is just the cheap one that we got for the Chat PC. We've been sticking it up. But if you do want a Logitech mouse or keyboard, then do feel free to check that out. Code Ice Cream, get you 10% off and all of that stuff. Just mention it again because that has only been confirmed as an official thing. We thought that might be the case, but we had that officially confirmed this morning. So as of today, we now have 10% discount on Astro, Logitech and Blue. We only had a 5% discount on Astro before. As of today, more friends to the channel. Let's go. Nice. 8 a.m. on Sunday. Whopper.
One, I'm usually up at about 6:30 anyway because I have child, and two, it's my nephew's birthday party as well in the afternoon, which is great because I can finish the stream and go there as well.
Go to bed.
Go back to bed. Yeah, it's afternoon nap.
Nice. Okay, we're going to disappear. Before we do that, Mr. Bib.
Yes.
Anything you want to add?
Yes, again, thank you very much to each and every one of you that have joined us for today's episode of The Scoop that told me that my microphone wasn't working properly, and it probably still isn't working properly now. So if you want to help shape the remaining show tomorrow, there's two ways you can do so. First of all, find us on social media. It is at Ice Cream World across all major social media platforms. Or alternatively, get us on Discord. If you're watching this in any of our on-demand services, go into the description below. All the links that you require will be listed there below. But all we need from you is a URL plus your thoughts and impressions. We will then give our thoughts and impressions on the very next show, which will be at what time tomorrow? It's Game Day.
If I'm being honest, I don't know, maybe 1:30, 1, 2-ish, possibly even maybe 3-ish, could be 4. We'll see. But usually it's 10 a.m. Ish. 10 a.m-ish. Yeah, do feel free to join us from 10 a.m-ish tomorrow. If you want to know what time we do go live, the best thing to do is just drop a follow on the channel. If you haven't done that, but you've been here watching, then why have you not done it already? God damn. Speaking of which, shout out to Mr. Pew Pew Life, who dropped his second month sub on the channel yesterday before he realised that he was not following. So he was like, what the fuck, I'm sub, I'm not even following, so he dropped the follow as well. Nice to see you. Let's go. Funny Asteroid says 8 a.m. Nah, I'll be asleep sleeping off the birthday hangover. Congratulations, dude.
Surviving another year, great style.
Let's go. Yeah. Gagad meanwhile says 8 a.m. on Sunday. That's gym time. Well, there you go, that's perfect. Gym watching. You don't have to listen to any of those like gym tracks. Just listen to Bibby going, fuck, I've just lost another game.
That's absolutely. I've been sacked on stream before. Hopefully it won't be the case because I don't know how I'm going to break that to the next person. It is a save file. Currently unemployed.
So that's how it's working. You're all passing the team on then.
Yeah,
so like you're taking the team forward for 4 hours and then you pass the club to Mike Bassett who takes over.
So Jack started the stream off, but he's doing 2 slots, so he's doing it for 8 hours. He will then pass that file, that save over to me. I will then play that save for 4 hours. I then pass that save on to the next person. So it could be a fucking disaster. It could be going great, and then 3 players get injured in my save. I'm fucking playing a load of kids, and then I have to explain to the next person like, I'm sorry.
In the words of Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. It's actually Uncle Ben, but still, you get the point. I'd be like, do I really? I mean, Titus Bramble's looking like he probably needs to come out of retirement here. I'd play like a fucking boss and then maybe just send in some absolute whoppers to the next person.
I'd be 100% looking for the free agents that are 39 years old just for the laugh.
Fucking just a team of Zlatans.
It'd just be like Craig Bellamy. I don't know if he's still in there. Carlos Tevez has recently just retired. He might still be in the side because it was earlier on this year. Like
Philippa Foden. Paula Scholes can come out of retirement.
48-year-old Raquel Mace getting on the pitch.
I bet Juan Roman Riquelme could still fucking ball it, to be fair.
Absolutely.
So yeah, do feel free to join Bibby from 8 a.m. For that. Not only will it be good content, not only will it be interesting, because as we were mentioning then, content will be coming into him pre-made, which he then has to pass pre-made on to someone else, but it's also for a good cause as well too. That whole stream, I believe, is for Cancer Research UK.
Correct.
Nice. So you go, nice. Bibby using his stream time, content time, to help other people. You'll love to see it. Let's go. Nice. I mentioned birthday, and Graham never mentioned his. I mean, I was trying to hold off because it was your birthday, but my birthday is December the 3rd, by the way. That's the 3rd of December. Not the first day or the second day, but the 3rd day of December.
JMK's definitely got it in his Google Calendar as well.
Nice. He knows. He knows. I mean, it's also the fact that it's burned into his brains because he's been here on multiple streams. But let's go.
Someone's going to ask him what he's doing on December the 3rd. He's instantly going to go, oh, it's Graham's birthday. Why do I know that?
It would be one of his brain. If it's like my brain wouldn't be that generous. It's like, what are you doing on December 3rd? My brain would be like, we're doing something. They'd be like, oh, I'm doing something on December 3rd. And my brain, yeah. Are you going to tell me? Nope. Not yet. I'm going to make you.
Wait till you double plan something.
Oh, Graham's birthday. Fuck! Fuck's sake. My sisters are the same day, only where remembered.
Oh, okay. Well, mine's 6 days after that, so great style.
Let's go. Anyway, do you know what? We are going to go. Stick around for the raid. We'll drop a raid on one of our friends once we've drawn up the end slate. But for now, have yourselves a beautiful day. We'll see you 10 a.m. tomorrow. Until then,
stay frosty.
Mert.